everyone, welcome back to Yes Guy Gaming, and we're back with another episode of Every Volleyball Game Ever. And I know it's been a while since we've done a video for this series, but we're hopping back into it, and I feel like we have to cover some games that we've played. We've played a lot of them, but we got to cover and just touch on and go through what the game's all about, so we can cover every volleyball game ever. That was the goal. I've kind of lost sight of that, so let's get to it. So, Summer Heat Beach Volleyball, as we've played a few times on the channel, check out some links in the description if you haven't seen some of those videos. I played by myself a few times, played with my buddy Matt a while ago before we were shut down due to COVID. But this is a great game, one of my favorites all time. I used to have this game on the PlayStation 2. A fantastic game to jump in and play for fans of volleyball games. That was kind of us back in the day. Me and my club buddies would hop in and play this game. I think the mechanics are pretty good. I mean, the arrow to aim where you're attacking is something we haven't really seen done that much in other volleyball games, and I think when you're playing against the CPU, the computer, it does a lot to help you choose where you're attacking and where they're going to go so you can properly defend. I mean, when you're playing against another player, it kind of makes it obvious where they're going to go, but that's, I think, a pretty cool mechanic that helps make this game simple, really easy to pick up and play, because you're not wondering where the hell the ball is going and stuff like that. The longer you play this game, the more you kind of get into the weeds of what it's all about, and you end up realizing there's only a few specific ways you can actually score on the computer on higher levels. I mean, you can pass, set, and then go to hit a hard shot, and in the last minute change it to a cut shot, and then that usually scores, or is the most effective way to score, as we did that a lot. Or you can kind of do the reverse with a line shot, but that's a lot harder to aim. There's only a few other smaller ways to score. You can get blocks. That's really tough to time, though, because, you know, the arrow, you can see where it goes, but the CPU moves it a lot at the last minute. It's a little bit easier to block your friends when you're playing one-on-one or two-on-two. But there's also kind of a way you can speed up your attack if you time your button press well enough that you'll come in and attack it quickly, and you can score before the computer has a chance to move there. But those are all really specific, and generally what's missing from this game, I think, is you can't just get up and absolutely pound it down on your opponent. Like, what the heck? I rated this game pretty high on my list of top volleyball games of all time. If you haven't seen that, check it out on the channel where we list kind of the top volleyball and beach volleyball games of all time, and I think this deserves to be on there. I think it's polished, the soundtrack is banging, I think it does a lot of things really well, and it's one that I've come back to time after time over the years for some fun and to have a good time with. So it definitely can be that for you as well. So we're in the game here. There's a few different things that you can explore in this game, which is kind of interesting. I mean, the soundtrack is banging, but I have to turn it off because if I don't, I will get copyright claimed immediately. I mean, they've got a Pink song, I'm Coming Out, Let's Get the Party Started, that's a great track. They got Fat Lip from Sum 41, also a great track. Friday's Hawaiian Shirt Day, I don't know, but that song stuck in my head. Normally this would be playing music, so this is the beach house. Like, you just kind of zoom your way through the house. Like, I don't know what you do, right? Like, you can look, zoom, go to. They just have a kind of a camera on a track here to like take you where? I don't really know. Like, they got a great pool over there, I guess. Cool, like, great. Like, I'm not really sure what the idea behind this feature was, but they have these things you can interact with here. So I can interact with the TV to get the music. You can unlock the music videos for all these. I remember back in the 90s, this was a big deal, right? Like, nowadays, nah, we don't really care. Just look it up on YouTube. So they also have some little humor, tongue-in-cheek here. I can lurk into the bathroom and see that the shower's on as if somebody's showering, but there's nobody in there. Okay. What do you think this is? Dead or alive? Nah. They also do have these mini games called Nerd. This one's called Nerd Smash. I mean, I'm not really sure what these are all about. Like, this is kind of ridiculous, to be honest. Like, I'm gonna hit that nerd, okay? Yeah, so you just try to pound and score points, I guess. Oh, I hit a death thing. That's absolutely terrible. So, like, you just pound and hit it at these things, I guess. Like, don't hit the death sign, because that's bad. I hit it into the net. Classic. Okay, yeah, just hit the shots. I'm in the negative, which is really bad. Hit something nice. Like, I don't know what scores well. I'm just trying to not lose to the AI right now because they're kicking my... Okay, what? I hit the Fox and I get minus 250? What the heck is this? This is bullshit. This game is garbage. Okay, the AI was on easy. And I got my ass kicked. So, I mean, that's the minigames for you. Alright guys, well that'll do it for this episode of Every Volleyball Game Ever. If you like this series, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, maybe some other games I've missed you want to see me cover on this series. We're trying to get through them all. So hopefully we can have a library of every volleyball video game ever made and have at least an idea of what's going on out there. Hopefully for a lesson that for anybody else out there looking to make a volleyball game that's half decent and that can make some money on it, you can look back at the history of volleyball video games and see that there's a lot of things that have been done right, a lot of things that have been done wrong. So anyways, that'll do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope to see you next time on Yes Guy Gaming.